Oh, I hope y'all doing well. Um, if it's possible for them, then it's possible for you. You feel me? In this day and age, with social media, everything going on, everybody sharing their lives, you know what I'm saying, sharing their highlights and all that, right? We can either get inspired or we can get discouraged. Yeah, that's the word. We can get inspired or discouraged by what you see. You know, you can look at, you know, luxury or whatever the fuck on these apps, right? You can look at these things and you can either be inspired or you can be discouraged. Like, damn, well, they got so and so and so. Like, damn, like I'm not where I need to be. Or whoop, 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 whoop. Or it can inspire you to be like, nah, bro, like it's possible. Especially if you familiar with certain people's stories who are successful, you know? Because a lot of the times, you know, and I'm not saying every time, but a lot of the times, you know, these people come from nothing or situations that would seem impossible to get out of. And yet they made it through and prospered to the highest level. You know what I'm saying? Like, I use 50 Cent as example. You know what I mean? Like, 50 grew up in New York. Y'all know his story, bro. I ain't gonna get too much into it, but they got shot 9 times, survived that shit, went on to do have a crazy rap career. I would say retired from that, and now, bro, just in the TV business, doing his thing, still thriving. Black excellence. It's lovely to see, you know, and it's inspiring to see because a lot of people probably counted him out. Like, they probably didn't think he was gonna make it past them that shooting incident, you know? But still he prevailed and came out on top. A lot of people when he was rapping probably only saw him, oh, this is just a rapper, oh, he just a gangster rapper, oh, he just a thug rapper, right? Because that's how a lot of people see, you know, our folks based off of what we talk about or how we dress, et cetera, right? But this nigga was really like a master businessman, bro. You know? And seeing those type of stories, it should be really inspiring. It should not be discouraging, right? Because there is no difference. I don't see no difference between me and these people. Aside from, you know what I'm saying? There's a knowledge gap and time that they've put in work and dedication. That's it, right? But you can always go learn something, right? Pick up a book, Google some shit, learn from experience, and putting in the time is just, you know what I'm saying? Showing up every day for what it is that you're trying to build, you know? But there is no difference between the people that you deem successful and yourself. Even if your physical reality is not mirroring that right now, you know? A lot of us might think we're not successful because we don't have this and we don't have that and we don't have this and that, right? But these people, what we have in common is how we spend our time 24 hours in a day and the mind that we have, right? A lot of these people saw it happening. They knew that they were capable of achieving those things before the physical reality rewarded them with them things. You feel me? I bet 50 Cent saw himself where he is now before anybody saw that. When people probably just looked at him as like, you know, a kid on the come up. So when you see things, these things that you might think are impossible or, oh, so far away from you are not far away from you. If it's possible for them, it's possible for you. It ain't no difference, right? What's the difference? At the end of the day, we all people. You feel me? It's about how you spend your time and your mind, you know? But I just want to get on here to say this shit possible. And when you on social media scrolling, which you shouldn't be like all the time, just because you should be focused more on your life than looking at other people's lives. But when you see things, don't get discouraged. That should inspire you to go out and get it and know that it's possible. Ain't nothing impossible. Ain't nothing that you want impossible, right? It's only impossible if you think it's impossible, if you believe it's impossible. So watch how you think and what you believe. But know if they capable of doing it, you're also capable of doing it. There ain't no difference. Remember that. We all got the same 24 hours, right? It's about how you use them. That's the difference. Shit, some people might fucking spend 12 hours a day watching Netflix. Other motherfuckers is working, you know? Doing what they need to do, getting their mind right, not trying to constantly distract themselves from the path that they are meant to walk, you know? But that's all I really wanted to come on here and say is ain't nothing impossible. If it's possible for them, it's possible for you. Don't get discouraged. Be inspired, you know? Think of these as like all the people you see, think of them as like a fucking open textbook that you can learn from. You feel me? Don't get discouraged and be like, I'm not this, I'm not that, you know? Learn. That's why they're putting it out there for you. And even if people aren't explicitly saying, this is how you do it, this is how you do it, you know what I'm saying? Like, study the moves, bruh. Because them just living that or going through that experience is a teacher in itself. If you pay close attention, like, you know, they're teaching you things without having to like explicitly come out and teach you things, if that makes sense. You could just look at like, you know, the craft, the dedication, and that could teach you something. But don't get discouraged and know that there's going to be ups and downs, but that's just a part of the process. And that's another thing, you know what I'm saying? I think we get discouraged because the only thing that we see on social media is the highlights, right? There's very few people who like share their down moments. So we think the down moments don't exist. Even for the people higher up, go through down moments, whether you believe it or not, you know? They might just go through their down moments in private, you know? And they only want to share the good or the upside of what they got going on, which is up to whoever the hell is sharing, right? But just know everybody got ups and downs. Everybody might not show it, but everybody's still human at the end of the day. So don't get discouraged, man. Believe in yourself. Know you capable. Know you are capable. You here for a reason. You know the chances of being born? Like, know you that guy, know you that girl that's capable, right? You just gotta put in the work and believe and don't get discouraged. You know what I'm saying? Do not use the stories, etc., that you see as tools to learn, not tools to beat yourself up on what you haven't accomplished or where you're not at yet. You feel me? Use it to better you. Get them tools, add them to your tool belt. So shit, you can, when you build in your house, you can build it a little bit faster now. Because you done learned a little something from so-and-so or whatever, you know? Even if you just learn it from yourself by just being with yourself and, you know, really locking in on what you know you need to do. So ain't nothing impossible, man. Everything possible. Just watch what you think and believe and know to be true. Peace out. Till next time.